the mysteries of God at 12 years of age. But what Jesus was trying to establish from the very beginning is that God doesn't need to have a whole lot of folk to get something done. In the words of Margaret Mead, don't underestimate the power of a small group of people to change the circumstances of a society. And so when we look at the book of Ezekiel, what we discover is that there are distractions standing in the way of God's progress. That when you see distractions in the house of God, the lesson of the day is to tell us not to be distracted, not to be bamboozled, not to be bewitched. For Paul told the church in Galatia, O foolish Galatians, who hath bewitched you, that you would not be able to see and hear the glory of God. My brothers and my sisters, looking back at Ezekiel's testimony, it seems like a very dark day, for it is a declaration that declares that the glory of God has departed. But thanks be to God that He never leaves us and He never forsakes us. That in spite of all you're going through, the Lord always wants to be somewhere close, hoping for that moment that you'll say, Father, I stretch my hands to Thee. So here in Ezekiel's lesson tells us about distractions that can turn the face of God. But thanks be to God that He's always somewhere waiting to hear His name. And so when we get down to the New Testament, we discover that Ezekiel's testimony, which is included in the latter chapters of Ezekiel, that Ezekiel saw a vision where coming out from the altar of the Lord, there was an image of the presence of God manifested as the water of life, flowing down from the altar, flowing down through the aisle, flowing down and out of the door, flowing down and out into the land. For wherever the Spirit is, you can expect the Lord to be right there.